Hey guys, I just wanted to pop into your inbox today. Um, it's so funny, you start to have some of these thoughts, and I just want to share them with you. I today had that thing, that thing you got to do all the time as a woman that you so look forward to. I say sarcastically. I had to go in and get my annual exam, and my annual woman exam, which involves, getting naked and exposing myself, and and all the things. So, and you know what? It's never as bad as I think it's going to be. I don't know why I get all worked up about it. Like I got to do this freaking thing, and I don't want to do it, but. Um, Helicopters going over. Sorry, it's a little loud. Um, but yeah, you women, you know what I'm talking about, right? But actually, I was so grateful to go in because I usually have a nurse practitioner do that exam, and my actual doctor was there today, and I freaking love her. She's amazing. And we were having a little convo about what I've been up to because I haven't seen her personally in a few years. And I told her that I am now working as a manifestation coach. And this is really what I want to share with you guys because she's like, well, what does that mean? This is so crazy. This is so crazy because she's a very intelligent woman. She's been a doctor in OBGYN for years and obviously has gone to school. She's a highly intelligent person. She knows a lot. And yet she just really had never heard about manifestation or the law of attraction or how that works. And so basically I said, well, I work with the law of attraction. I work with the laws of nature in using the power of your mind to bring things into reality. And I told her, I said, I love it because it's a balance of spirituality and science. That just makes so much sense to me. So it's things that are spiritual because there's so much faith and belief involved, but yes, yet it's also scientific. Like it's been studied for decades by physicists, and they can tell you that your thoughts are non-local, which means that you can think of somebody on the other side of the world, and they might think, oh, I wonder why Gina's coming to mind. I think I'll call her. I know that's happened to you before. I know it has, where you think of somebody and it can be less than a second later, they're calling you or texting you. And it doesn't matter where in the world they are. Your thoughts are non-local. Your thoughts are powerful. And science has known this for years. And not only that, but it's ancient wisdom. And yet the intellectuals of the world, including me, don't always know about it. I mean, when I was working as a lawyer, I had never heard of this before, like never heard of it before. And nobody is smarter than a lawyer. They'll tell you that. They know everything. I say in jest because I am a lawyer. So I feel like I can make that lawyer joke. But intellectuals don't always know about this. And it's so powerful, and it is free to all people. And yet people don't know. People don't use it. People don't make their lives better by using this. And I started to think back, I'm like, what? If this is ancient wisdom, when did people stop knowing about it? And I mean, I didn't do any research on this. I've just been like, thinking about it all day. But I think it was probably like in the dark ages, like, when there was no enlightenment anymore, because this is truly about enlightenment. I feel like it was back when, the leaders of the church at the time decided that they would not let that the people could not have a connection to their God, not a personal connection, right? It always had to go through the church, and they made these rules. So you had to do things a certain way. There was no personal connection, and I think it was lost. And there was a dark ages, but we're way past that now. We're way past that. It's like peeling the onion back, right? Like, I think about all the things that I've been taught my entire life, and like just things that everyone has been taught their entire life about what to believe and what to accept as truth. And when did this idea get lost that our thoughts and our feelings and our hearts and our brains are so powerful? Especially when scientists know it. I'm like, wait, what? Why don't people want to hear about this? And honestly, you guys, I remember when the book The Secret came out, and I remember being very intrigued by that. I was like, what do you mean? Like, you can think about something and attract it to you? That's pretty cool. And I remember hearing, I don't know if it was, the adults in my life, but I remember hearing that's just bullshit, right? Like, that's just hocus pocus. That's just somebody trying to make money off people who are so gullible to think that if they think something, they're going to get it. Like, and I was like, oh, okay, it's just a bunch of bunk. But it's not. It's like, why are people afraid? Why are people afraid of this? I don't understand that. There's absolutely nothing to lose by embracing this and trying it. Nothing. But people are so afraid of it. And I honestly don't know why. And they've never learned about it, because at some point in their life, if they ever got a glimmer of hearing about it, it was shut down as that's not true. You're dumb if you believe that. Nothing is free, all that kind of stuff. It got shut down. But it works. It truly works, you guys. And I'm not the only person that it's worked for. I'm not the only person screaming from the rooftops like, this works. There are millions of people, and they're not all like weirdos. That's what you're thinking. That's just a bunch of weirdos, like smoking pot and like, wearing beads and, going braless. No. Millions of people have opened their eyes and have asked their God or their whoever it is to them, right? To me, I feel like I have a greater connection to my divine mother because of her womanhood. But whoever it is for you, if you want to have a greater connection with that source, you want to be more enlightened, why wouldn't you open your eyes to that? Why wouldn't you say, how can I become more enlightened? And what is the worst thing that can happen? There's absolutely nothing bad that can happen from doing that, from opening your eyes and learning more about what the divineness in you can do. I mean, I grew up in, a religious household. I was taught my entire life this credo of, I have a divine nature, but yet I was supposed to have a divine nature, but I wasn't allowed to use that divine nature. I wasn't allowed to find out more about my divine nature or to rely on my divine nature at all. I was told I have a divine nature, and I repeated it every Sunday for most of my life. Yet there was never anything past that. Like, you are a divine being, and this is what you are capable of because you have divineness in you. And if you are spiritual, if you believe the Bible, then you know that you were created in the likeness of your creator, which means that you're a creator and you are divine. It just blows my mind. So what do I want to say? What do I want to say about this? I am constantly surprised at how many people don't know about this, don't understand it, don't want to understand it, don't care if it exists, and yet it could improve their lives so dramatically, so dramatically. As a divine being, as a divine creator, you can create the life that you want. And that life can be anything. It can be anything. And if you think that there's not enough to go around, somebody else has this, so you can't have it, look around at the abundance. Look around at the abundance of God or your creator. When you're up hiking, like, how many flowers are there? Driving through the pass, right? Like, how many mustard flowers can there be? It's so beautiful, like the yellow. There's so much abundance if you're looking for it. And is the abundance only for the flowers? No, of course not. Of course not. It's for you too. There is no limitation to what you can have or do in this life. Absolutely none, except for what you put on yourself. The limitations that you put on yourself because of your programming, because of what you've been told, right? When you were born as a sweet little baby, you had no limitations. You had infinite possibility until you started hearing what you can do and who you are. You are infinite and you have power. My mom and I have this conversation because I feel like I'm always trying to explain this to her, right? This new idea, which is not a new idea at all. It's old. But I feel like we have this conversation, and I know on one of the podcasts I have actually talked about her manifesting, and we've talked about it. I'm like, okay, Mom, manifestation is, in very simple terms, you thinking about something and making it happen with your brain. And as I said that, some of you are probably like, wait, no, whatever, that's BS. But here's what happens. Every time as a child, and even now, that we would pull in to a packed parking lot with no spaces open, my mom would announce to the car, okay, everybody, start thinking about that parking space we're going to find. Start thinking about that parking space that's waiting for us. It's going to be right up near the front. So just start looking up there because that's where it's going to be. That, my friends, is manifestation. And guess what? We always found a freaking parking spot every single time. And she was so sure. She's like, okay, here we are pulling in. All right. Oh, it doesn't look like, all right. Well, we've got one. We always get a parking spot. There it is. Just start thinking about it. And when I remind her about that, she's like, well, I thought that was just good old positive thinking. It is. It is, but it's also manifestation. That is exactly how manifestation works. And she was manifesting. She can call it good old positive thinking till whenever, but that is manifestation at work. That's how it works. And it works for every single person. There's no limits. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. It doesn't matter your wealth, your status. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. It works for everyone because your thoughts are so powerful. Just a very small example of the way that this attraction works is that if you have, let's say you have 4 pianos in a room and they're each in a different, corner. If you strike the key, any key on the piano, let's say an A, right? And you hit it, the other pianos, the string will also vibrate. So because the vibration of that sound has gone out into this room, it's attracting like the same note and will vibrate. And so the vibration of you as a beautiful divine being is no different. You are going to attract what your frequency is. Love is going to attract more love. Wealth is going to attract more wealth. Hate attracts hate. Scarcity attracts scarcity. And so manifestation is learning how to use these laws of the universe that have been around since the beginning of time and have just been lost. It's learning how to use those to make your life exactly what you want your life to be. Does that mean there won't be tragedies? Does that mean there won't be disappointments in your life? No, it's that those are all part of the life experience that you are supposed to have. But can you attract a better job into your life? Can you attract a love interest? Can you attract better health? Yes. Can you attract wealth? Yes, you can. It's totally possible. And for everyone out there who doesn't know about it, let me tell you, I could talk about this for days, because I love it so much. And I am constantly learning. I mean, this just showed up from Amazon today. It's the Dancing Wooly Masters. It's an overview of new physics. I love the science of it. I love the science. And it actually makes me sad that people don't know and why it's been hidden and why people are afraid of it. I don't know. It doesn't take away any relationship that you have with your creator. It doesn't take away the relationship you have with your Heavenly Father. It doesn't take away from the relationship that you have with Jesus. It doesn't take away from the relationship that you have with nature or whoever you decide is your higher source. It doesn't conflict with that at all. It's just a deeper understanding of what that higher power gives you and that higher power in you. And it's really so beautiful. And it's so full of love. There's so much love to it. And when your higher power is love, they want everything for you, And you have that within you. There is no conflict. There is no reason to be afraid of these ideas at all. There's nothing to lose. It's all so beautiful and so beautifully interwoven. Yeah, I think I'll just climb up on that scaffolding of the house that's under construction next door and just start telling everybody, except for I don't like the people that yell, right? All those people that are yelling, save the world, all that stuff. I'm like, I don't think the spirit talks that loudly. Oh, I think it's quieter. Yeah. Listen to that spirit inside you, your soul that's glowing, that's strong, that's so powerful. And if you don't know about these things, if you don't know about manifestation, you don't know about the law of attraction, like I didn't not that long ago, like my doctor didn't really know about, please let me share it with you. Let me tell you more about it. It's so exciting. It's so beautiful. And I have a program coming up, and this is not to sell the program at all. I don't want you to think that at all. But I do have a program coming up that's kind of like my experimental beta program before I do the real one in the spring. And it's going to be kind of an experience together for us to just share. It's community. It's 8 weeks. Even if you're not interested in doing that, that is totally fine. I would love to get on a call with you and just tell you a little bit more, not about the program. If you're not interested in that, that is totally fine with me. But I would love to get on a call with you. We can Zoom, we can talk just like this. We just look like that. And just tell you just a little bit more about this. And then you can go and do your own research and look up more if you want to. I would love to just be able to introduce this to you. I felt like today with my doctor, there was such a spark. I feel a little bit like teary thinking about it, because as she was like, wait, what? Like, how does this work? And what is the science behind it? I could see there was a spark in her, because as a professional, as a doctor, you know, she's done learning her entire life. She's a learner. And I could tell there was a spark of wanting to learn about it. And I love that. I absolutely love that. If I can be the spark for you to go learn more, I hope you will let me do that. Okay. Those are my thoughts for today. I love you. I love you. Everything is a blessing. This life is a blessing. You are here for a beautiful purpose. You have a divineness in you that I see, that I recognize, that I honor. And I hope that you will visit with me and learn more. Okay. All right. That's it. Bye.